A jolt and then you'll die.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Exquisite back with a brand new video for you guys today. In today's video, this is going to be Dev Notes number 9 for May 2021. This is going to be going over Labyrinth improvements, hero balance and adjustments, and added strength, or added hidden strength to some heroes. For the bosses for the Labyrinth, it's just going to be like a brand new kind of mid-boss, or not like a mid-boss, but kind of like a bigger boss. I did already read through most of the dev notes to get an understanding for you guys, so I think I've come up with some things that I think could be different or could change in the next coming update, just like how a couple things got added here or taken away from previous updates. But it says, hello, this is Kingdom of Heroes Tactics War Development Team. This is our 9th dev note informing you of upcoming updates. Number 1 is Labyrinth improvement, boss appearance, added rewards. It's already been 2 months since Labyrinth was released, which is crazy. I thought it's been out a lot longer, but 2 months, that's a pretty long time. So it came out in March. Yeah, I think it was March update. I think there's still many shortcomings. I don't know why they said I. Maybe it's just the one person. They should have said we, but I'm not too sure on that part. I think there are still many shortcomings in terms of major rewards, strategic fun, and convenience of the content. Therefore, this month we will add/improve the following content so that you can challenge the Labyrinth more happily. Colossus Foot Labyrinth exclusive boss appearance. For every 5th area, the boss Colossus Feet, which is a weird name, that's a weird name, appears at the boss of the final round. So every 5th area, so 5, 10, 15, so on and so forth. In the area where the foot boss appears, the boss has a fixed chance of stomping down on the whole screen when moving across the board. So I would say kind of like a fixed chance, like how Alter Realms AoE is. It's a fixed chance like that of actually happening. So it's just a matter of cooldowns and of the boss's turns it gets, I'm pretty sure. So with that, I would say action gauge reduction is going to reduce the actual boss from coming down and doing the huge AoE on the whole map. In the area screen, okay. When stomped on, you will get a random curse effect. A curse can be removed through a newly added board event. So kind of like how they have the Tears of Goddess, they're going to add in a new kind of drop like Tears of Goddess. I don't know how rare it's going to be because Tears of Goddess seems to be pretty rare. But if you guys haven't noticed, Tears of Goddess actually rolls over to the next map. So you could just keep like getting them. I think I have a total of about 10 or so that it's just on hand because I don't really use them, because at the current moment before the update, there is no need to use them, and I don't need to push my heroes more. Labyrinth is very exploitable, and I think that's something that needs to be changed within Labyrinth, the exploitability of it. Just because you could just say you get to like area 20, 21 plus, that's when you could just refresh, and then you're not worrying about getting to the high rewards, or there's no rewards really. You're not worried about getting to the higher stages, so there's no point in going further when you could just do easy stages and get about the same, little bit less of the Labyrinth points or Labyrinth coins. I forgot what they're called, but in that regard, this hopefully will change a little bit of it, but I think it'll still be exploitable. Curse, this is the opposite of the talisman, and every time the player has it, it triggers bad abilities/effects on them. Players will fight the foot boss in the last round of an area, and if the player wins, they obtain more rewards than winning against other enemy groups. Labyrinth added rewards. Added items to the store that can be purchased with Labyrinth points. Added a Labyrinth/limited offer tab. You can purchase the Labyrinth exclusive costume Hildegard, they actually released Hildegard's costume, so we'll be going over or looking at that as well. Kind of like a Hildegard, or like a Lachesis costume on Hildegard. pretty cool. Hopefully it doesn't have a cooldown. I like the Luchisa's costume. I don't think it should have a 45-day limit, but I know it's exclusive to Master 3, Master 2, and Master 1 players. So it's just an incentive to push higher to get that reward. And I mean, it lasts 45 days, only 50 honor points, which is like nothing. So I don't mind refreshing it, but I'd rather not. I'd just rather have it on hand always. But anyways, added limited offer tab. You can purchase Labyrinth exclusive custom Hildguard, Arcane Summon ticket times 10, and 6-star legendary runes. So the Arcane Summon ticket might be maybe I would say up to 3. Yeah, I'm gonna say 3 monthly. That's my guess. Maybe 1 monthly, something like that. And added 6-star legendary runes. So those explosion runes are probably going to go away. So if you haven't picked those up yet, I would say don't pick them up. I mean, this is your last chance to pick them up. But definitely pick up those stat amplifiers for the explosion runes if they end up going away as well. Added Labyrinth first clear reward feature. Players can get essential reward items for reaching certain areas. So here we go. This is your way of actually wanting or needing to push Labyrinth so you could get these rewards. Hopefully they're pretty good rewards, because once you get up to, I think within the 2-week time span, or is it a week? No, I'm pretty sure it's 2 weeks. The 2-week time span of Labyrinth season, you could only push up to, without losing any stages, starting from day 1 or day reset with 12 tickets, you could push up to around 26, I think. Area 26, maybe 28. I'm pretty sure it's close to that. Around those areas. Those are the highest you could get within the season. I'm pretty sure, because the first time Labyrinth ever came out, everybody tried to push as hard as they can just to get a feel of it, and I think the highest stage was around 28, 29, 26 plus. We'll just say that. It was around there. So hopefully there's a big incentive to actually push and get these rewards. They might need to change something about the reset. Devs, if you're listening to this, please change something about the reset, that when you reset, it's like you get a refresh. How Alter Realm, you get a refresh every day, or something like that. Just refresh to 12 tickets so everyone starts at the same standing, just so you're not kind of at a disadvantage for that. Number 2 is going to be hero balance adjustment for 4 heroes. Our knights have been giving us a lot of feedback of heroes, Pillar and Gabrielle, in regards to hero balancing, and also heroes Locke and Donovan for giving meaningless abilities when using a leveling up their skills. We'll make changes to the heroes above through this update. Additionally, for Nevis, the increase in hidden strength stats was set to be lower than that of the other heroes of the same class, and we plan to increase it to normal. I didn't even notice that. I mean, I kind of did. His damage seemed lackluster. My crit damage is at 413%, and I felt like he should have been doing more. I felt like he did more whenever he wasn't hidden strength, but he got a little increase. But I'm glad they're actually saying like, hey, we kind of nerfed him a little bit on our end and he's not performing as well, so we're gonna put him to normal stats as we would have given to the rest of the heroes of his same class, and hopefully he does more damage for you guys. With that being said, on the hero balance adjustment, they need to go through a lot of the 4 stars. It's not even like hidden strengths. No, even most of the hidden strengths that are coming out, it's trying to fix like the characters, kind of doing a balance change. They just need to do a whole rework on some heroes, and they need to do a whole balance change on some heroes. Some heroes are just lackluster. Like Arya is poo. Arya, you can't do anything. Like, she's worthless pretty much. She's kind of like a fire 5-star Lucifer, but doesn't do any damage, or is not really good anywhere in the game. But I think they need to go through Like, the devs actually need to know, like, instead of, like, I don't know if they actually even play the game. I think they just do the content and create and everything, but I feel like there needs to be just one patch, just one huge patch of reworks, balance changes, the whole skill changes, everything just needs to go back and rework some of these heroes that aren't being used at all. I've started using a couple heroes that not a lot of people are using. Meryl wasn't being used at all until I made a video of Ultra Realm on her. Who else? Lilith wasn't really being... she was the popular one in the select summon, but now she's a lot better with hidden strength. Who else am I using? I'm trying to think. Who else have I been using? I started the Gerda meta, pretty much. Everyone's using Gerda now. There's just needs to be a lot more 4 stars in Arena, I think. Because there's a lot of good 4 stars. They could be good. Like, kind of like getting like a gist of how they work through their skills. But they just need a whole rework or a balance change or something. They just need to do a little bit more on the hero side of things. I'd like to see that more than a content side of things, just so I could play around with more things and build more things that are useful, like, to me. But anyways, let's get on to the next part. These next ones are going to be the changes. Pillar, slightly increased Sunspot's explosion skill damage, which is her S3. Increase the duration of the shield effect that's activated when she uses her S2. Change the activation timing of the Watcher's Gauge skill at the start of the turn, at the end of the turn. That's her passive. So maybe she's going to get another buff at the end of the turn and the start of the turn. I'm not too sure on that part. Gabrielle, change the target hero receiving the shield effect from the Divine Blessing skill from 2 allies. Gabrielle self plus 1 ally. So it was supposed to be like in how her description is said. This is where the devs messed up. It was like Gabrielle was getting a shield, and then she was giving 2 other allies a shield, which would have made her really good. But now they're kind of nerfing her HS in a way. Gabrielle's self plus 1 ally. So she's just giving herself a shield, other than giving the ally with the lowest HP a shield too. So I'm not too sure I like that part of it. But I think it would have been better off if it was Gabriella, or I always think it's a girl. Change your name with an A at the end. It's a girl, not a dude. But Gabrielle, or Gabrielle, pretty sure it'd be Gabrielle. I don't know. But please keep it at 2 allies. That would be way more beneficial than her and 1 ally. Because it really wouldn't make a difference just having her and 1 ally. Having her and 2 allies would make a huge difference. For a hidden strength node, I mean, it is a hidden strength as well. Increase the amount of HP increase for the leader skill, because that 3% was miserable. Like, what were you thinking? You give Demeter like a 10% increase on her leader skill, but then give Gabrielle 2% on her leader skill. Increase Wrath of Sky skills conditional damage increase from before. I think it was like 20% or 30% increased damage. Now it should be a little bit more. Donovan is going to be changed. Armor Berserker skill crit rate increase buff was virtually able to be maintained indefinitely, even at level 2. The following changes are made so that Donovan can use other meaningful effects as skill level 3. So, kind of, they're taking away his crit rate buff. I mean, it wasn't maintained. I didn't think it was maintained indefinitely almost. It would drop for it would drop for 1 turn. I mean, crit rate, if you're doing a 100% crit rate build, crit rate buff doesn't mean anything. I mean, it'd be easier to build because you could just build them up to 70% crit rate, and then the crit rate buff is 30%, but it really wouldn't make a difference in my opinion. The following changes are made to the Donovan. Added an ability to plan her armor Berserker skill, where it slightly reduces the target's action gauge now after attacking. It's activated only on Donovan's even number turn, so that's his Second number turn, whenever he gets like the attack buff, he gets all like the buffs, like the mobility buff, the attack buff, and everything. Skill level 3 changed to increase duration of increased crit rate, slightly reduce action gauge. Hopefully the action gauge is good, because that's a little bit of nerf, but I would say that's a buff, because then you could turn, because he already turn cycles himself a little bit by getting, he increases his own action gauge, but now he's going to reduce, AoE reduce their action gauge if you S2, which you should be S2ing on his even number turns, just because it lines up with his attack buff. So that should be pretty good. Hopefully the reduced action gauge is pretty good. He's already annoying in arena, so he'll probably be more annoying in arena as well. Lock is going to change after the change of the function of the immunity buff, which has been said throughout the community forever. It made no sense for the immunity buff. I mean, it just gives Lock another like buff to work off of, but now she only needs 2 buffs, so doesn't really need it anymore, because she already gets like speed buff if she S1s mostly. I think it's all the time, and then defense buff, and then that's all you need really. But now it is going to be, so like they said, the immunity buff has lost its meaning. Casting unnecessary effects is determined to be a problem and will be corrected as follows. Energetic Dance grants increased attack and immunity to ally target for 1 turn. So might get grants increased attack and immunity. Oh, so that's what it was before. They didn't put the before part. So change. Grants increased attack and increased crit rate to ally target for 1 turn, plus the action opportunity. So she's a pretty good turn cycler now. I would say I would use her only for arena offense and like Altar Realm and Tower of Arrogance hard. Other than that, I don't use her on defense, because Gerda just is a beast on defense. So I like Gerda better than Locke, but I'd rather use Locke on offense than defense, just because of her S3 and kind of sustains the heroes while I'm doing damage as well. Added hidden strength heroes. There's going to be 4 of them in this May update. Hidden strengths will be added to these heroes. Lachesis. Yes. You should have added it last update, but we're getting it this update. That's amazing, just because of her. Everyone knew that she was kind of getting the hidden strength either next update or the update after that, due to her skin coming out in arena. So increased overall skill damage, increased leader skills attack increase amount. If intrusion spell skill satisfies conditions, its cooldown is further reduced after use. I think that's her S3. I mean, if you kill an enemy with S2, it automatically resets. And so how you would use Lachesis, or how I have been using Lachesis, is I S3, and then all my other heroes go. I don't kill that hero that I S3'd, and then I S2, kill the hero, then S3 pops up again because it gets reset, and then I use S3 again, and then S1, and then you have like a 1 turn cooldown on the S2, and then S2, oh no, I think S3's up. It's just, you have to know how she plays. I've been using her a lot more lately. So that's Lachesis. Now it says Zara, but it's really Jahra. Increased leader skills defense increase amount of recovery that heals allies, which she heals pretty good already. I'm hoping her S1 gets like attack buff or whatever, just because it's based off of the enemy health. But when using the weakening cord skill, the duration of the debuff that is cast together increases. Wait, the duration of the debuff that is cast together. Oh, I think she's gonna be the first one of her kind. It increases the duration of debuff. Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. I've been wanting a hero that that increases debuffs on enemies. She's gonna be a really good boss killer, like a boss, like even healer too. But she's gonna, if she does what I think she does, her S1 is gonna, I think it's S1 that's the weakening cord skill, because that's the only one that like attacks. But she is going to increase the debuffs on the heroes, or on the enemy heroes. So if you're stacking continuous damage or dot damage, you will be increasing the duration of those debuffs. Hopefully that's what it means. Beowulf is getting his increased leader skills speed increase amount. It's going to be more, you're going to be seeing a lot more Beowulfs now, because it's going to be more than Freya. I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure it's matched with Freya right now, so it should be a lot more. Plus he's a guild war, or he's like a PvP based unit as well. I mean, he's good in PvP or PvE due to his action gauge reduction. But when using provoking attack skill, if conditions are satisfied, the chance to successfully provoke is greatly increased. After pushing forward, your survival ability is strengthened as well. Now this one says Ebolus. It is not Ebolus, it is Ebolus. It's the water archer that has like 4 skills or 3 skills and like sleeps and provokes. Wait, does she sleep? No, she only provokes. And I think it's only provoke, which I don't know why she'd get a provoke as an archer when she's squishy, but I don't know. Using the assassinate skill, if conditions are satisfied, it inflicts additional crit damage. The tester skill has a chance to cast reduced defense on an additional enemy. I don't use her. I've never brought her anywhere. I have her 5-starred, and she's going to be my next 6-star, so I could check her out once hidden strength happens, but hopefully she's good. You never know. As well, in addition, Arena Replay, which has been reported to have various issues since last month's update, will be improved in various ways. So hopefully we could actually make a video on actually going in and looking at replays. That'd be really nice. And lastly, we're releasing the image of Hildgard's Labyrinth exclusive reward costume that is to be added. So please check the attached image. The co-dev team will always strive to provide enjoyment to our knights. Thank you. So here is the Hildgard costume. Looks really good. I like it a lot. Like I said, it's like the Lachesis costume, but for Hildgard. I'm liking this new kind of like wings type thing. I like it a lot, and I think Hildgard actually looks like a girl now. Like, Hildgard, what were you hiding under all that clothes that you were wearing before? Sheesh! Those are some big old hands though. But anyway, she looks really good. I hope the costume actually looks good in game. Hopefully it actually shows an illustration art. Lachesis doesn't show an illustration art for her costume, so devs, I'd like to see illustration art for Lachesis, just so she gets to show off her costume. But anyways, that's going to wrap everything up for you guys today. That is the May Dev Notes number 9 for the improved Labyrinth exclusive boss update for the Labyrinth, improved the arena balance adjustment for 4 heroes, which I would like to see more heroes added to balance adjustments about every update. Hopefully that would be coming, or just one update in itself on reworks and balancing patch for heroes in the game that aren't being used, and added hidden strengths to 4 heroes as well. But that's going to do it for you guys today. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya!